can I tell you? Do you mind if I answer that question?
You got it.
I feel awkward when we're on group panels because I don't want to, you know what I mean? I don't want it to take too much time away from. But you guys who don't know, I'm one of the biggest Star Trek fans ever. Original series, all original series. And let me just take a minute to make a shameless plug. We're getting ready to shoot our first episode of a web series called Star Trek Continues. It literally picks up immediately where the last episode of the original series left off, and I'm playing Captain Kirk. And I'm excited. I can't wait. But we've got all actors playing the roles, whereas a lot of fan films are just kind of fans, just kind of doing the thing, and a lot of times they're kind of like not in good shape to be wearing a uniform. You know what I mean? Being delicate, but we're all of us are actors, and to get you really kind of jazzed, who knows who played Scotty in the original series? James Doohan. Guess who's playing Scotty in our series? Chris Doohan, his son. And when he was a little boy, his dad took him to the sets when he was working. So it's just really neat, right? And then all of you guys that are Mythbusters fans, Grant Imahara from Mythbusters is playing Sulu. We've got a great cast. Now the funny thing is, Bill Shatner and I have become, he literally asked me to call him Bill, so I'm nerding out inside. And we've done probably 7 or 8 events together now. And as these guys will tell you, when you're a guest, you're like a peer with these other people that you've loved their work for years, but you don't dare let on that you're a fan, because then they'll, you know, stay as far away from you as possible. So imagine being at events with Bill Shatner and literally sitting like this privately at dinners and chatting with him. And like, let's trade places, and let's say I'm Bill and you're me. He'll be talking and be telling me things, and then he'll go and reach over and he'll put his hand on my arm, and I'm going, he's touching me. The hand that held the phasers. He's touching me. He flipped over the communicator with that hand. So you can imagine, guys, here's the best part. And all the times I have hung out with him now, and there have been several, and we go to like dinner together privately at conventions and hang out. And I've never even mentioned the word Star Trek.
You're gonna keep it up.
Let's stop it.
Turn it up. What do you guys?
It's coming. No, it's coming over the sound system. It's Shatner. He found us. I'm sorry, Bill. I knew that was coming. So anyway, is it really?
Is it really coming up? Wait.
Let's listen for 1 minute. Everybody, be quiet. Love it. Special surprise guest, Bob Marley.
Did you tell him about the web series?
No, are you kidding? He would run. Okay, so I'm sorry. You start talking Star Trek. I'm sorry. I get all excited and I get distracted. So yesterday, I introduced him 2 weeks ago at the Ottawa Comic-Con. We were together. Now the funny thing about that was that they needed me to stall for some time, and so they asked me. His manager, who also reps me, said, "Hey, can you stall for time? Go up there and talk to them or something." And I said, "Well, what do you want me to do? Stall for time? What do you mean?" And he said, "I don't know. Sing something." And I looked at Bill Shatner, I'm like, he wants me to sing something. And Bill was like. So I went up on stage, and the tech crew actually they were the same tech crew that was with us in Montreal a few weeks earlier. And the guy said, "Hey, I've got the Dragon Ball Z Kai theme that you sing. You want to do it?" And I was like, "Oh, yeah, okay, sure." It was like 30 seconds, right? So just a little opening song. So I sang it, and while I was doing it, Shatner was in the back, in the wings, listening to it. And as soon as I finished, I'm like, "All right, let's talk about why we're all here. Please welcome the greatest starship captain in the Star Trek universe, Mr. William Shatner. He walks out and hugs me in front of 2,000 people. And the first words out of his mouth when he took the mic was, "Wow, that was amazing, wasn't it? I should be opening for him." I mean, obviously, the 12-year-old inside of me is. And then yesterday, I introduced him again, and we were standing backstage, and I said to him, "Bill, can I ask, is it okay if I tell them that we're friends? I don't want to presume, but is it okay if I tell them what a privilege and honor it is, not just to introduce an iconic figure, you know, but as a childhood fan, but to tell them that we've become friends?" And I was totally prepared for him to go, "No, don't do that." You know what he said? He put his hand on my shoulder and he said, "Well, that's the best part, isn't it?" So I went out, and then I forgot. I was so excited, you guys. I walked out and I forgot to say my own frickin' name. But I said, you know, I mean, I just said, you know, I've gotten the privilege to know this man from doing events with him, and he is as amazing, wonderful a man as the character that he plays that we all love. Please welcome. And he came out and hugged me again. So, okay, I took too long. See, I told you. I'm sorry. But it was an amazing experience. And he and I are going to be doing more panels together, more events together in the future. And at some point, I'm working the strategy here on how I can tell him what I'm doing, and maybe even see if there might be an opportunity that he might be interested in making a little cameo in Star Trek Continues. So you guys keep your eyes and ears open for Star Trek. You can go to StarTrekContinues.com. We've got our cast list up. You can see everybody who's playing who and bios on everybody, and keep your eyes open for that. We're premiering the first vignettes from the series at Shore Leave in Baltimore, big Star Trek convention in Baltimore in August. Thanks for asking. I love you for that.